Hello everybody and welcome to a train simulator video. Today we shall be driving a class 170 Turbostar from Cambridge to Peterborough. So the first thing we are going to do is turn off the pause menu and we shall open our doors with T. We'll press Shift and W to insert our master key and S to put the train into gear. We'll acknowledge the automatic warning system with Q, put the train into neutral gear. Then we shall disengage the driver reminder appliance with Y, so we have a green signal ahead of us. We'll also turn off the tail lights with K and turn on our daytime headlights with H. And then if we swing the camera around, we can see that the train is set up correctly. The destination blind has already been preset for us. It's displaying Birmingham New Street. In this particular scenario, the train is en route from Stansted Airport. The route we are playing is the Alan Thompson simulation Cambridge to Peterborough route. It's been out since 2020, so it's roughly 3 years old, and I've had it on my install for quite a while and been playing it in the background, but this is actually the first time I've actually got around to doing a video on it, so better late than never I guess. But it is a really good route and it's got plenty to keep you interested, and it's also littered with custom assets as well. The first of the major ones which we are seeing is Cambridge Station itself. It's quite a substantial station. It's got bay platforms on both sides and the through platforms are signalled bidirectionally. Station platforms are also nicely cluttered with benches and waiting shelters and station posters and dot matrix indicators of both varieties. And then if we just go outside, we can see the station frontage at Cambridge. If we zoom out and move the camera up into the air, we get a decent view of the front building as well. So that's Cambridge Station there. Departing Cambridge, the starting speed limit is 35 miles per hour. And we have 14 miles to go to our first calling point at Ely. The speed limit has now jumped up to 70. And to our right is Cambridge Depot. On the left we are passing the lodge. Which is clearly inspired by Travelodge. There's a gym right next door to it as well, which could be very useful. Speed limit is now 75 miles per hour. And we're now about to pass through Cambridge North Station. And if I just nip outside again, it is a modern build station, and it was opened in the era of which this route is depicted in, which is 2018. And we've got a nice station building there. And we've also got a fully 3D modelled station sign as well, which is nice. Apart from that, though, the station is very basic in terms of facilities on offer. And it has 3 through platforms and some turn-back sidings as well. We're now passing through Waterbeach Station, which is not staffed and has staggered platforms. It's also very basic in terms of facilities. Over here I like the non-BT logo on the telephone box. We've also got a card reader and a ticket machine here. And then we've got bus type waiting shelters and a couple of bikes perched up on the station platform. Just adds to the variety in the detailing. A grip bin as well. We've just passed a Greater Anglia Class 315. Now, of course, no longer operational. All the 315s have long since been withdrawn by Aventra units. And we can now accelerate up towards 90 miles per hour. particular field is listed with solar panels. Just slowing down for an upcoming 75 miles per hour limit. We've got advanced warning of an upcoming 50 miles per hour speed restriction, so we are slowing down for that now. And this is helping us to slow down for Ely Station. at Ely we are looking towards stopping at the end of a platform. And here we are at Ely. So Ely has 3 platforms, and this is the station building, which looks rather nice. Platforms linked by a subway. That's the station from the air. And one of the interesting features of Ely itself is the disused level crossing. Because the lights are still linked to the track circuits, they flash continually on red. And here you can see the new underpass which was constructed for road traffic. So departing Ely, we have 9 miles to go to our next calling point at Mayney. The speed limit is about to drop down to 35 miles per hour. Speed limit is now going up to 60 miles per hour. And we have now left the electrified main line, and we're now on double track non-electrified all the way to Peterborough. And we can now accelerate back up towards 75. As we've been driving along, you'll have noticed that the route is very much flat, and that's because the line is set around the Cambridgeshire Fens. and with the route being so flat, there are an abundance of level crossings, which have all been custom modelled by Jake Fuller, varying different types. I should have said earlier that the Turbostar we are driving, it's purchasable on Steam either on its own or with the old Edinburgh-Glasgow route for Train Sim Classic. And the Turbostar itself is equipped with the Armstrong Powerhouse Turbostar Enhancement Pack, which improves the sounds and the way the train drives. And the route itself is equipped with the Armstrong Powerhouse Signal EP and the Sky and Weather Enhancement Pack. It's been a while since my last Train Simulator video, and that's just purely because I've been prioritising the videos I've been producing, going out and about to various vintage bus rallies, and more recently actually the Keighley-Worth Valley Railway and the Llangollen Steam Railway at the time of making this video. So when we went to Keighley, we did the diesel gala, which was really nice. We went there on a Saturday. The weather was absolutely superb, and certainly there was a lot of fresh going on as well with all the locomotives that were attending. And for Llangollen, we went on the Sunday to their classic transport weekend, which this year we attended with our friends in the Barrow Transport Group. And a chap called Chris Stainton kindly loaned us the use of his short wheelbase Volvo B10 coach, which was really nice to go in. I can now see mainly approaching on the HUD, and we're going to start thinking about slowing down for it shortly. It is a very short platform, and I think it can just about accommodate our 4-coach train. So we're going to start breaking down for Maney now. On the approach to Maney, we also have some semaphore signals, and these semaphores do come from the Armstrong Powerhouse Wherry Lines route. I'll tell a lie, I can only accommodate 2 coaches at Maney. And I'll just have to draw forward just a fraction just to get that back end in. See how we are. Yeah, we got all the coaches in, so well, all of the first 2 coaches in, or just about. And we are indeed fouling the level crossing. Got a nice signal box at Maney. And Maney is unstaffed. He's got a couple of flower tubs on this side and a bus waiting shelter. There's no platform indicators, or there's lack of seats as well. I think they'd have a shelter on the other side, but didn't look like they had the budget to put one in. So we won't embarrass ourselves any further, and we shall continue on to our next station stop at March, which is roughly just 6 miles away. I think we are on a bit of an uphill climb, which is why the Turbostar is struggling a little bit. It's also important to know that the extra carriages at the back are adding to the weight of the train. Here we have some massive wooden gates, which are indeed animated. And they come equipped with nice sounds as well. So we've got advance warning of an upcoming 60 miles per hour limit now, so we're just coasting at the moment. As we travel through the open countryside, I do like the variation in scenery in the fields. I'm just going to let the train keep coasting because we are due to drop down to 40 miles per hour as we approach March. Going to apply some braking as we come up to the Morpeth board. Step 1 of braking should bring us down. And here is a lovely March signal box. This gives us the mileage sign as well. And we're going to start braking for March. So here we are at March, a lot more substantial than Maney Station, and I believe it is a custom model, and it does look really pretty. It is adorned with tubs of flowers, and I also do like the footbridge at the station as well. And here we also have the disused platform as well. March was a junction station in its heyday. And here we have the station building. So has some signage on it as well, which is nice. And I've done that thing where I've accidentally knocked the reverser again. So departing March, our speed limit is 40 miles per hour, as we now have 40 miles to go to our final calling point at Peterborough. and as we depart march, the lines over here lead to Whitemoor Freight Yard, which has a control tower. It's pretty much a giant marshalling yard for freight, and still sees activity. And we can now accelerate up to 75 miles per hour. So as we're driving along, I shall present to you the route map through the power of video editing. The route is 45 miles long, and it currently costs, at the time of making this video, £23.99. However, if you are a paid subscriber to Alan Thompson Simulation, you can get it for a discount of $11.99. But of course the offers are subject to change. But overall it's a really nice route, and you get, if I just check the website to the side of me on my second monitor, you get 5 scenarios included, and you get a mixture of passenger and freight work as well. And if you like travelling through open stretches of the countryside like this one, then I can definitely recommend the route. It's definitely worth a buy. We've got an advance warning of an upcoming 60 miles per hour speed restriction, so we're just going to slow down for that now. As we approach Whittlesea station. So here we have Whittlesea. So we have the signal box here and some disused sidings. And again, it is a like Water Beach. It is a staggered platform arrangement. So we have a very dilapidated waiting shelter on one side there, and we have a bit more of a modern perspex shelter on the other. And as you've just witnessed, this station also has wooden crossing gates as well. So we can accelerate back up to 75. And we've got roughly 5 miles to go towards Peterborough now. It's been a nice scenario to drive. And it's certainly nice not to have the pressure of sticking to a timetable. All of the stations that we've called at haven't had any times fixed to them. and I wasn't quick enough to acknowledge the automatic warning system there, so we have had an intervention. We're going so well as well. So I'll just have to wait for the train to come to a complete stop. And we can just move on our way again. The speed limit is about to drop down to 40 miles per hour at the next upcoming signal. Just got advance warning of an upcoming 30 miles per hour speed restriction. And we are now climbing up towards platform 7 at Peterborough. We also have a single yellow, which means the station starter is at danger. And I do believe that the station at Peterborough is a new custom as well. To add the additional platform which wasn't present in the Dovetail game's original release on the East Coast Main Line London to Peterborough, which is one of the route requirements. I will of course leave links to Alan's website in the description below where you can check the route out and have a read up of what you need to play this route as intended. There's not a lot of route requirements needed, but there are plenty of rolling stock requirements for the scenarios to run as intended. But we'll stop the train about here. And here we are at Peterborough. And this is Peterborough Station. And Peterborough is of course a major railhead for London King's Cross and Edinburgh and other destinations on the East Coast Main Line. In the platform we have a 387 Electrostar and a Class 91 and driving van trailer. So there we are. Decent run, that driver. Get yourself some tea and prepare for your next working. So yeah, that was an enjoyable one. We were caught speeding 6 times and we had that AWS intervention as well. But apart from that, really enjoyed the drive. And again, I will put the relevant links in the description below if you fancy picking up this particular route. But thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you've all enjoyed it, and take care.